Yes, people. DJ Daddy UK, A1 Ras, John Iceness, and Bipolar's on his way as well. Welcome to episode 4 of DBJA Podcast Sundays. Yo, how is everyone?
Yes, family. Yes, family. Give thanks. Yeah, man. It's always a pleasure to be in the house and give thanks to be here another week, vibing as ones and ones, the virgins seeing. So we give thanks. A long time and we're always looking forward for reason with the virgin them a weekend time. So yeah, man. Welcome to the podcast, people.
Yes, likewise. Welcome to each and everyone. Welcome, Janice, this DJ Daddy. Welcome, I and I, to the podcast. Bipolar, so forward. Bless up, my brother. Anyway, you stand up now. We know how this thing go. So, blessings to everyone. We hope this be a meal to the ones. Yeah.
See that?
So, as always, we have something interesting to start off with. There's been yet another murder, another dead lady, a different country this time. So I'm going to kick it off like this.
While her disappearance remains shrouded in mystery, the search for 20-year-old Canice Jackson ended right here on the Dyke Road on the Jam World compound in Portmore, next to the fishing village, where her lifeless body was found. This has left her family shattered and a community in mourning. Canice was found in the bushes at the side of the road, bound by a rope and partially dressed among the debris early Friday morning. She was discovered by a taximan who alerted the police to the location. The CVM Live team was greeted by the family with tears of sorrow as they related their pain in identifying the mother's only child.
Don't know, her room is around there. I went in and look, empty room. And there will be no Canice back in there. None at all. I was hoping I would see her come home. When you did the interview yesterday, I think, the man would see all of this and let her out. I don't know how long these things will go on. Will people taking away people with me and I kill them? I wish the day it would stop. Because right now, see, I fall victim to it and I pray the day this wouldn't happen. This was my worst nightmare.
The CVM Live team was present when news came that the person of interest was held in police custody. There was a sense of relief mixed with pain because the family said the same information that they see in the media regarding the person of interest was the same person they asked the police to investigate when they realized she was missing.
I gave him a name, where he worked, the conversation, I showed the police the text message, everything. And on March the 20th, it was the Wednesday, the day when she went missing, the same night after the curfew, about 8:15, went to the police station and made a report because I did see Canice come with me, her mom, and my dad. And you, the Jamaican people, played a big part in this. I can't thank you enough. Each and everyone I know who provide information. If I could have seen a hug and a thank you.
Meanwhile, a voice note obtained by CVM TV shows the conversation between Canice's sister and the person of interest. This shows another depth to the mysterious disappearance of Canice Jackson. Senior reporter Nika Lewis picks up on this story.
Was one of several relatives with whom the alleged suspect tried to make contact early Friday morning from an unknown number. It appears she was also the only relative who was willing to give him a listening ear. An 18-minute phone call placed to the victim's sister from the suspect's phone at 9:23 Friday morning revealed that the seemingly kind resident who Canice trusted with her daily commute could have been the last person to see her alive.
So you are the last person to see her. You're the last person to see her, Robert. I'm begging you. May I aid you to just come forth and say what you know so that they're not hunt you down. May I tell you, because the whole world I look for her. Yes, please. Right, but we're talking about Wednesday.
The mechanic who plies his trade at a popular car dealership in the corporate area also admitted to having an altercation with the victim the same morning she disappeared. He recounted an alleged incident at the bus stop.
and she away from her phone. So she, look at she walk and she push me. I said, that's what she did. I don't want to take my life on her. She said, so, I mean, she shut up at her. She said, but I took her to this boy because she know he told me and that took me up and do me all kind of stuff. But eventually, when you lick him back, I'm looking at him and them something there. I hold him on him neck. And
So when I was fighting out at the bus stop, how the guy look?
no, I don't know him. But I don't necessarily know it. But he come out at the bus stop. I just need to see my bed, which he never looked like him. I don't know where either.
He was picked up Friday afternoon by the Halfway Tree Police and is now in custody.
And she has something like this disagreement now, you know. That is when everything turned out with me and him. She said, I think I still should remember I don't fight for outside. I mean, going to need to two of them.
Meanwhile, several pleas for him during the conversation to declare his full name and contact seemed to anger him. However, he insisted that was the last time he saw Kanice. Nika Lewis, CBM Live. Kanice.
Yo.
Yes,
So,
fire.
what a madness, eh? Why? I said it last week, bro. This world's crumbling, man. Just crumbling away. That
Well,
to me,
to be honest,
the voice note, that man sounds guilty. I'll tell you straight away. He sounds guilty because his story don't add up. You can't box a man in the face and grab him around the neck without knowing what the person looks like. At least to be able to give a description that he was 5 foot tall and had blonde hair, or 6 foot tall and had black hair. Was he white, black, pink, green? You can't box a man up and not know. If you're that close to someone that you can strangle them, even at arm's reach, you can still know what that person looks like. So I believe, yeah, that I reckon if you want the truth, I reckon.
Was it night?
I don't know, you know, bro. I don't know. I reckon that he probably tried to rape her. She probably tried to fight back, and he killed her. And he's made up some mad story about some man at the bus stop. It don't make no sense to me.
yeah, so basically he saw some men at the bus stop fighting with her.
Well, this is his story he's made up, but he got arrested in it, so he's the one who's in custody now, the one who you heard on the voice note.
Well, I hope they broke his neck this time. Cause, and I mean, like following up the voice note or whatever, I hope these people get, you know, I mean, I hope this guy don't come out to ever try this with no other young lady. Cause, I mean, I have daughters of my own. You can imagine a girl at the bus stop and just somebody just maybe just overjoyed and feel like, say, you know, they want to take over your life, or feel like, you know, they want to compel you to like them when you don't like them. A lot of young girls, I mean, this thing has been going on in Jamaica for years where, say, downtown, for instance, ordinary young girl can't even walk past. And I mean, I remember days when me and my wife used to take bus. Me and my wife walking along Beckford Street. These guys don't even ask no question. They just come out and grab our ass. So what me I gonna do? Stand up and fight with them? These people don't have no principle, brethren. Once you learn to respect the ladies, them, brethren. And if a lady say no, she not with you, she don't like you, she not showing no, even if she's showing interest, you have to respect. You know, you have to we come out of January, come like the man them no respect the woman them no more. Them want go back, you know, the Babylon thing. You know, see.
Well, from what it says here, it says the search for the 20-year-old Kanice Jackson, rest in peace, was missing in major stories last evening, ended today in grief as a body was found on the Dyke Road, St. Catherine's. Relatives say it was a struggle before a death. Hours later, the main suspect, who was in the voice note, was picked up at and is now in custody in St. Andrews.
Yeah. So to be honest, that's definitely sound like somebody out of town. Portmore is a place I grew up and I'm quite familiar with the Dyke Road. You know, there's a lot of traffic on the Dyke Road. Even if a car stop, no man not gonna stop. Pay no attention
It's
because
also a dark and
it's a
abandoned kind of
lonely
road.
dark road. It's a very lonely dark
Yeah.
road. Even if him kidnap her and bring her out the up and decides that he want to kill her, he can do this all by himself and she scream on the body never hear her.
Well,
So,
I've seen a whole heap of artists this week that have been protesting against this whole rapist thing. That there's been some outcry in Jamaica at the moment. Did you see the video of Popcorn in studio with all of the unruly gang saying about killer rapist? If they come anywhere near where he is, there'll be trouble, you know, like that. And then I think it was Tanya Stevens was talking about it as well. There's been a few other big stars and big people talking about it. Obviously, CBM News have covered it. Like this rape.
yeah, man. Jamaica kind of too small enough for so many people to be getting away with these things for so many years. You know, we know the
Reggie,
entertainers them have a big voice. So I respect them to take the time to come out to say something. You know, big respect to Popcorn and him and Rolly Gang and you know all the ones that will come out to voice their opinion. Cause you know we need to find a way. You know, brethren, we need to make the law even more stricter against women brutality.
Reggie.
See me? We need to
Alright.
make it be some 20 years if you beat up a woman. You see what I say?
Well,
Need to set
hold on,
some
hey, man.
principles.
Yo,
For real,
Can I just-
for real still. Okay.
can I literally just big up the people? We've got DYCR, the big man Daryl Chandra himself, Abrima in Gambia. We've got, I'm looking at this sideways and reading upside down. We've got Rebel 27 and yo, Killer Mick. Yes, family. But he said, well, up. He said, yo, hanging tree. That's what they should have.
Yeah, hanging tree.
Yo,
Exactly.
Charm Products as well. Bless up. If anyone's got any questions or anything that they want to add, feel free to add it in the Instagram or to add it on the YouTube. Yeah, so really and truthfully, bro,
It is so
Well,
unbelievable how these guys been getting away with this so long.
all right.
Too
You know
often they've
why
been
they've been
getting away
getting
and they're
away
not easing up.
so long?
go on.
You know why
Go
they've
to
been getting
Fire
away
Nation.
so long?
Go on.
It's because the people them, yo, man, I play no bias thing. May I tell you the truth? The people them allow this level of evil, and it's not only Jamaica alone, but we're talking about yard right now. Them allow the level of evil where these people allow for to take place, and expect them all get better results. Them not gonna get no better results, and we know. And some people come out and attack and rare. Them know say the better result now gonna come. Because it's what you sow is that you gonna reap. You see me?
Yeah,
and if you allow certain amount of certain level of evil, it's gonna multiply. And that's what start happening now. They sow so much evil and now it start multiply and everybody act like them know. Come out with black card and come talk all kind of things. Yeah, we understand that. But on the other side there, some people figure repent for some stuff and stop do some stuff.
We see it worldwide,
understand me?
don't we? We see it worldwide.
That's the thing they in a spiritual level, and that's the thing they in a king. It's not
We
no
have
joke,
we
no
have
more
some
talk
crazy
thing.
people within. We have finances. We have some crazy people within our society, right? But
Yeah.
because the law have been so lenient and a lot of ones, you know, I don't know how ones feel like said they will always get away with shit like these.
I'll tell you why.
But
Because a rapist will get 8 months. A rapist will get 8 months, and someone who's selling cannabis will get like 18 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
A paedophile will get
people them non
a new name and a passport
the most time.
and be protected. Someone,
Virgin, I have a virgin who've been locked up in jail already, saying, and Basically, the virgin come out and the virgin and say, yo, the whole of the man them in a jail are rape. Rape them dead afar. So me I say, blow, wow, really? Like mostly we're not even been hearing about these things, and to be honest, there's a lot of family rape goes on where ladies don't even report. You know, cousin rape, other cousin and uncle are rape all and threaten them at the same time, use psychology on the ladies them. I mean, and that is only a part that has been reported. Because we already know that 70% of the rapes that goes on in the world do not get reported.
No, that's true.
And for my virgin to be showing me like, basically him could hardly see two men around him with charged for gun or charged for a crime. One of the man them in there are rape.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
That's
Yeah,
my
but check this. What caused these things to happen? Yeah, we'll ask the question. But these things are spirit in a king. The spirit of rape and the spirit of murder and the spirit of hatred and the spirit of envy. What invoked these things to come upon the nation? Because deeper than that, the thing that that's what I tell you, the thing there, you know, a spiritual warfare are going on in the king.
It's a spiritual warfare. Cause if a man respect his mother, if a man respect his mother, or respect his sister, or his niece, or his auntie, and him, or him grandaunt, you never go and rape somebody, virgin.
If you don't respect the laws and rules of the Most High,
and not respect the laws either.
This ties into last week's show, though, doesn't it? It's the same. It's that whole not having respect and not having fear. Like, children grow up without fearing their parents anymore because the beatings that they used to get back in the day just in school, that don't happen anymore, and you're not even allowed to shout at.
That's true.
If you shout at your child in the street, you can have one of them busybodies who calls the police or calls social services and says, "Oh, I've just seen this guy shouting at his kids." And they'll be there, bro. Don't think they won't. And don't think that they won't contact you, because they will.
Listen,
So,
I think the laws in Eva said this country, for instance, need to change.
To what?
They're supposed to be less lenient on parents who whip their boy kids. We never talk about the girls. Because we don't want ones and ones start feel like say, yeah, they can whip them girl child, and you see what I say? But boy kids and all need to be less lenient with the laws when it comes to boy kids, Rasta. Boy child. Cause you can't whip your boy child. I mean, what may I say, Janice, it's like ease off the law, off the pressure them have on the parents them. Cause in America, you know, if you whip your child in and him call the police, you know, you can get arrested, you know.
But hold on.
That's the law. So therefore, a lot of kids grow out without the discipline, Janiceness. Because the parents can't whip them backside. I not say if you give them privilege to murder them, you know. Go ahead.
No. But listen for a minute. This is what I tell you, the root of the problem is, Zane, it go right back to the Most High. Because they say, you know, to save the rod and spoil the child, you know. And the Bible tell you that, you know. So it's because the people them want to make new rules and laws and that change the thing, you know. Because we come on for the Most High trod the rules and laws of the creation for run.
All right.
So everything will go haywire.
All right, check this.
You see me?
Check this for your niceness. I have 4 sons, right? 4 different spirits. 4 different spirits, you know.
See? One
of them personally temper if you whip him every day. In temper. I never hit him yet, you know, but how him behave. And then even the bigger one was bigger than him. The man have such a different spirit. You'd never think of evil for rough him.
Right.
The one who follow him, they are so different.
Yeah, but it's coming up in different times, and that's what it is. Because remember, I told you about my life, innit? My life was not a bed of roses by any any necessary means. 13 years of domestic violence from my father was no bed of roses. But
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I condone violence. What I'm saying is the same as what you've just said there, yeah? Your child could call the social services or the child services, wherever it is, and say, my dad has hit me. And they will come out and they will persecute you like you have beat the living shit out of him, bro. No evidence. That's why children have got the...
Virgin.
It's not the children that are being parented. The children are parenting you.
Yes.
That makes sense,
Right.
because you're not in
Somebody
control.
have to parent somebody, ain't it?
Somebody have to be somebody have to be the leader.
Yeah.
And
There shouldn't be no
what
laws though. There shouldn't be no laws that make a parent can govern kid. Because you live with your kid every day and see what I'm doing. So you can live way down a way you tell me something about my youth. And living in my house and see what I'm do. You see,
that are the
me I see
same
what I'm
thing.
do.
That are the same thing where
You
I
see
just
me?
say a while ago for right.
Yeah.
The bigger one, him have so much of a different spirit. I don't need to lick him. I don't need to rough him. I don't need to talk to him with a rough voice. I just need to humble with him and be spiritual with him and him over us. Same to the younger ones. So within these laws and these things, it allow this little one now we feel like nobody can whip him now if he feel like him on the house. Him and the leader,
You see that?
Yeah.
That?
And him can scream and him can say. So I say there's laws everywhere. And I have to stand up. And I have to stand up. So if I never stand up, he would exactly. So if I never step in and be a real lion, a real lion in a iron eye, then my little lion would have take over. You know, see it.
For real.
You have to know that you have to raise your voice sometime too. Cause if him see I step out of IRMs, then him know him not do something wrong. Cause that out of IRMs now.
Again, no, there's a difference.
Say, A1, it's just forget back to that place there with the most high, my lord. May I tell you, until the people them do that, whoa.
True.
You can't tell any man that.
You know, sir, that is, we need to talk about these things, probably another podcast and things, but, we have to pray for the people, them. And we have to educate them
pray
in
for
our way.
themselves. Hold up.
We can only do so much, All right.
1 minute, A1. Yes, I understand the talk there, but a deep thing, because the thing gone real deep. So in this time, no man can ever pray for no man. Every man have to pray for himself, because every man know the sin where him commit and where him do and everything. And him know where go ask God for forgiveness for. You see me? You ever hear that saying? You ever hear that saying? You ever hear that saying? Yeah. Sometimes the journey is so rough that you cannot even bless nor curse the strength that move you. Once you ever sit into yourself and you say, oh, hold on. Say I never bust a prayer since morning. I mean, say John Nice is a man we talk to the Father, we're spiritual ones. You ever sit in with yourself and you say, bro, a day pass and I never say, give thanks to the Father for creating this world, for making I a part of this world. And you think I say, bro, say about 2 days now. You know what kind of struggle you've been through them 2 days of why you forget. Right.
Yeah, so sometimes the struggle gets so tight you cannot even bless nor curse the strength that move you, Rasta. I mean, the spirit of life is high. The spirit of life is so high for us that if we are close to the Father, He will always give us visions of guidance. And if you are one who pray to the Father, He might give special spiritual guidance.
That's why we have to stay with the source. Because you can't come off of the source and expect to get the same frequency, you know. You see, like a radio, you know, for 95.1, you know, and you go up on 95.2 is a different thing, you know. Even though one is just a number, we a different thing. You see?
Yeah.
So that the people them need. I can't stop stress that enough. See, for go back to the 95.1 then. See? Yeah. And everything I go fall in sync, my lord. Me I tell them. But everything too twisted and gone all out and everybody know. Them know what them a do. Them know why all these things are happening. All who know, you know. Because the book tell you, say, if you do this, that are going to happen. You know, so everybody know. So when someone go around and boy, why this is happening? Unless, you know he's not a man where rem certain things. But if your rems a certain way, you know. You see me? You know. And each man responsible for himself. You see me I say? No man the perfect king.
I suppose it comes back to the discipline, though, doesn't it? Like we was talking about, there's a difference between raising your voice, slapping your child on the hand, and beating them half to death. Like when you listen, when a child listens, when you just raise your voice, that means they respect you and they want to hear what you say.
Yeah.
When you're having to raise your voice and shout and scream and cuss and all the rest, that's when they're just laughing at you because. As it goes back to earlier on, they've got one up on you.
In a way, still, I would like if we can get it to this level, right, where we can reach every community and we can reach every parents. Like, listen, we're gonna put this thing back in law. It is legal for you to can smack a child, but. It is illegal if the child calling us and you smack them. That can be a big difference thing too. So I say, niceness.
Yeah, but
I mean, we're just talking about brainstorming some things. While to be honest, we can because it's how people thinking. The community need to get more involved in family affairs too. So I say, and in which a lot of times you never know what went on in our home because you're not a part of them and the kids go to school and them not reveal certain things. So they, nowadays, what they do by checking the educational level of saying the average child at say age 8 supposed to be reading at that amount of level. Are they supposed to be comprehending at that amount, that level? If they're not, then just what's going on? Something what kind of distraction going on? But to be honest, if they bring in certain laws where say, we know you're not supposed to smack a child. We bring in the law say it is okay, you can give the child a one smack, but within the law is you're not supposed to smack the child. So it's kind of a psychology thing where
family, that's what all right. You see that a while ago? That's what I try to show you. Schooling a child different from someone who are going like them and kill them child, and that me I talk about.
Right, exactly.
You cannot get your child within a stable way as a parent, then you're sure so that youth are going to be unruly when them grow up, And it's not your fault. Because the system are going to tell you that you can discipline. Remember, you watch that. Remember, look, you have 3 little puppies, but one is so chunky and thick, you know so that one is really healthy when him grow. Because him is so built and everything. At the same way, you see you with them and you can know say, you see him are going to take a little more attention than the one in terms of for keep him on a level. Because everybody have different personality. You understand?
Of course.
Me? So all 3 of them now gonna come same way. You see? So you as the parent now, you are the one who see them, and understand, say, I have to talk to that little one, I have to check on that one, you're more than that one. The one you're more responsible than that one. You see, the system don't know that. So that is so wrong for them to put
And
a
and and
limitation
and this is
on how
what
you
going on,
school your youth. And
Janiceness. What is going on over the world into a lot of homes? These young kids, once them reach 12 and 13, them start to rule. Parents can't talk to them. And that's the
Right,
issue
right.
why they come up, why they come up and start so some of the kids them bipolar and they realize they rude, the kids them rude. Through them realize that them can't get no whipping at them ass and them can't do anything on mommy and daddy can't whip them. Them have it say them bipolar
But
and
watch
then them
this
start
now.
put them for special medication. I said something wrong with them when nothing to do
Yeah.
them. I just
Or
unruly them,
ADHD,
unruly.
Right,
Because them now
yeah.
have follow laws and rules. Because them are move over in a teenage groups now and them not feel like say them to calm down and them to respect them parents and them to humble within themselves. And that is where Babylon mash them up, Fire Niceness and DJ Daddy. Babylon start give the youth them tablet now if say calm them down. And don't even know say it would be better if you did just put the kids them into a little program where if you want to have them in our program, put them in a little boot camp program then. You see what I say? And them go home every day. Put them in a 5-hour boot camp program for the day. Not take them from
Yeah.
them yard. Just put them
But guess
to a
what now?
5-hour
Guess what?
boot
A1.
camp.
Guess what? When them pass that law, when whoever in the parliament or wherever them the little bunch of people they pass that law, the millions of mothers and fathers never come out and block the road and say, no, this wrong in terms of parentship, and they never stand up for that.
Yeah.
No, you know the law will govern. Hold on, 1 minute. You know the law that govern parents and children, it have things to do with your life, you know. It's a for honor your father and your mother that your days can be long, you know. So if you're a man who disrespect your parent, you don't live too long, you know. That have something to do with the length of your days, you know. So look how them are shorten your days by just to make you being disobedient to your parents and you don't even understand that. Or the
Trouble.
I can jump in as well, in school as well, bro. This goes back to the same, we've talked about this before, the whole diagnosing people with different illnesses, whether it be borderline personality disorder, what I've got, whether it's bipolar, whether it's ADHD, whether it's schizophrenia, whether it's, I don't know any of us, there's all different variations. But it goes back to the same thing, bro. Imagine you're the teacher, yeah, and you've got 30 students in the classroom, and 24 of them want to learn. The other 6 don't. Well, they do, but 1 can't read, 1 can't write, 1 has trouble hearing, 1 needs a bit more attention, like you said, you know, just actually like come over, speak to the person. Maybe you have to say it a couple of times for it to go in. They don't understand it the first time. The other 1, like number 5, he's just being naughty. So the easy thing for you to do now is to put him outside and say he's got detention. So he hasn't learned nothing in the lesson. He's not going to learn nothing in the lesson. You're going to give him detention where he's not going to learn. So what you're actually doing is diverting your attention away from him and saying that I ain't got time for you. And because it's done in schools, then it's done in college, and then say the person goes to a broken home. They live in a broken home where the dad's not about and the mum's on her own, and God bless, they have different problems and whatever. She ain't got time for the kids. So who's actually got time for that child? Apart from when he goes outside, he goes to the shop for his mom, and the gang members, or whatever you want to call them, the group of lads on the side of the road, say, yo, fam, come here, bro. He's got nobody else who cares about him. So that's why he's going to go with them, innit? Because they're going to introduce love for the first time. It might be false love. It might be fake love. It might not be. It might be genuine. You don't know. They might just want a genuine friendship. But still, that person's going to get coaxed into doing their thing, innit? Whether it's just sitting on the wall with them and not going home for 7 o'clock like he was told to.
All right, DJ Daddy, let me cut in.
Go on.
So, living in New York City, my son, which is the humblest son. He is the oldest one, but he is the humblest person. Yeah, the man
Yes.
said when he reach school, you know, him bridging them in him class, you know, throw stuff out of them bag from the teacher, you know. Like the man said, oh, them just do as them like, you know. Like the way him explain to me how the bridging them act with them teacher, you know. That me have to really look when I tell him start stay out a little bit later, me have to make sure sit him down and I say, listen, I know we have talked about stuff that happen in class. I hope you don't make a mistake, you know, and adapt those principles, you know. So he must say, no, Daddy, no, I couldn't do that. No. And
Yeah,
I say,
cause you
you're
don't
not
teach him that.
exactly. You see what I'm
See,
saying? And
mm-hmm.
and in Virgin them think this is cool. So I have to really explain to him like, listen, you see them ones there, I don't want you to keep no friendship with them. Anybody you see disrespect a teacher, you don't talk to him no more. I make him know straight out say no. You have to respect. I mean I say sometimes your brethren may more respect you than even the teacher. Cause him don't know say, oh, your father, they're on the road, that's not your father, may govern certain things and at the same time you don't know your father a superstar and thing and where. So them more respect you than the teacher. And within my little son tell him, sit down up yourself. You might be so
I
surprised.
have to live and I add to the educators, them, to the teachers, them, and in this time in my lad. Especially for them teenagers, and lift my hat to them for the things that them have to tolerate. For
Yeah, true.
pursue what them love for do. For be an educator. You see me? Yeah. Because all this will fall down to, you know, because teacher should have a power over him class, you know. Because just like Daddy UK just said a while ago.
Right.
If me have 26 youth in my class and have a little one man when I want to learn, me not talk about man with disability. Because them are in a different class. But because remember
Right.
when I go to school, you have some youth and the man in not with learning, my youth. You see,
Then
the
and
man just
nothing wrong with
disrupt
them,
class.
they just don't want to learn.
You see, so me as the teacher in the class there, me should I can eject him from my class, King. Because him not supposed to stop 25 other youth from learning. You see what I say?
True.
But teacher can't do that. Man, I can fling all egg up there on the board and, you know, just go and teach. You see it? Yeah, man.
Greetings, everyone. Greetings.
Yes, Rava. You good, bro?
Blessed family.
Yeah, blessings to everyone.
Blessed King.
Big yourself, man.
Yeah. Just carry on what we was talking about, and
Yeah, I
then
was listening still. I was listening.
it's good to have
Yeah,
you
man,
here, bro.
yeah, man. Welcome, my family. Blessed man. Yeah.
Yeah, man,
Big
welcome
fan,
to
bro.
the program, man.
Big fan, Rava. Yo, so go on.
I
What
would
was we
just
up to?
go and hold a vibe as I say he was listening, you know. Yeah, and we're reason from one thing to the next thing, and you know, we kind of there talk about the disciplinary part of the, you know, the thing with the youth, them, you know. So
That is what
family.
really that is what really start the future in a Rasta. You know? It all start from the youths them at home and early childhood and how much them willing to learn. You see me? Those who not willing to learn always be the ones then who dead early. Pick up badness early. The past street side of bun weed and you know. You see what I say? Just through you see big elders are bun weed. You feel like say, you know, I see A1 Raspana podcast, you bun a split, you feel like say, yeah, smoking weed is a good thing. It's not so much as a good thing, it's a dirty habit. You know, see, because enough ones are ones don't know say A1 Ras choose when to do that, where to do that. See me I say it's not like on the street corner in front mommy and throughout your daily life when you're supposed to be learning something, when you're supposed to be in class. You know? Or when you're supposed to be adapting some principles, you feel like say you must be smoking weed. No. You know? Leave smoking weed until late night when you're about to go all a liquor or when you're all a reverence. Same thing with drinking too.
As we touch on the topic of herb, see, as we touch on the topic of herb, why is the reason why someone smoke herb? You know, it's a question. Why is the reason? Cause when me just start smoke herb, my cousin give me it, seen, and yo, that was the. I never get back that still, Zane. But I can't remember the first day. We go up a place named Redlands in my land. Where what like about from where me live to up just about like 7 miles or so, but through a country, them thing a normal thing for a walk. Zane. And it's that day. Well, after I done draw the herbs in the king, I look up in the sky and you see on the clouds them. It's just barely come on and jump off of the clouds them in the like from one cloud to the next cloud. Like me I watch a cartoon in a king. Man, I hear some rhythm playing on my head from your, yo, my lad. If I could bring out them thing that from the day that but how they say yo more Zane and to on this aspect of me smoking herb, when just start again, like if me write a song, yo. If my bun spliff it mad, it just a flow. You know, if me have a little problem, I want to think about like me, I say, boy, how me I gonna do this? I'm dead, I'm a tense up and me I think too hard. I'm a burn a spliff, I'm just mellow out and it just come right to me. You see it? So
Yeah,
those
herbs
were the
relax the
reasons.
mind.
See,
Herbs relax the mind.
See,
It relax the mind, but when you
all about it like in the evening.
When you at certain goals and you want to achieve certain goals, you can't afford to get up and smoke herbs when you're supposed to be a study towards something, you're supposed to move towards a class or something. Because herbs is a relaxed thing. I know as an engineer. I know as an engraving engineer. And if I have an engraving to go do, I can't go out and smoke herbs or about me drink a beer. You know them days when I drink beer. You think me can bout me have my engineering, I have my engraving figure do and I stop but me I drink a beer? You never see nothing. The vision gone. So I see him with the brains.
Yeah, but beer give a different eye, you know. Alcohol give a different eye still in the family, don't?
True.
It's true of
a
the
different
brain.
eye alcohol gear, as a different meds.
Brethren, focus. Man have to focus in life, brethren.
You know what?
All of those drugs throw off your focus. Well, those people who are taking the hard drugs, them have a serious problem. Those people who gone to them hard drugs, they were when I ever go and call on this. I see when the ones who can drink a beer or ones can burn a spliff. But I can't see up with the ones them where I smoke the eye or something with them. Them ones are sick. I see them where we can't see with the gay people them to them sick. You know, see it. We can't see how certain ones that I feel like them want to be higher than a split. The fire nice to say him see angels are run up on the star. with him first split.
Well, it
we have to focus.
I don't know.
We have to stay with the focus.
Angels, but it was it was a vibe. It was like I was watching Popeye the Sailor Man and them thing like Popeye jump from one cloud to the next cloud, and the music that was played, man, trust me, it me never feel them joy, man.
Oh wow! And then the eye say it kind of give the eye motivation for right.
Well,
yeah, it gets you in the right vibe as well.
I used to love music, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So music was always like, yeah. So when I hear all them things in my head, it's like I want to tell it to you know. It's when I grew up and start get exposed to music. It's like we can recognize some of them music like me did hear them in them time they in a king. Yeah, like I when Sling Thing come and some more of the computer reading them. It's like I say, yo, but did hear that I played the day when we did when we did reach to that level there when we smoked that spliff that about 12 in a king. Yeah. Real.
Wow.
Real.
Yeah, but there's a difference in it, like you said, when you're skipping school to go and smoke weed all day and cause unruly behavior. That ain't good for you. You want
No.
artists like yourself, you might smoke a spliff before, maybe smoke a spliff, drink a Magnum to get in the right vibe to write a song. Same with myself, I do the same on my show to get in the right mode, innit? It's like a training session for me, really.
Yeah.
You have a little smoke, have a drink, and then when the show starts, it's like a footballer, innit? Obviously, they don't drink and smoke before they train,
Alright.
but
We
that's
have
not.
we have angels.
Yeah, but
We
you
have
shouldn't have
angels on earth.
you shouldn't have a skull class to smoke a spliff. Because that's lack of discipline right there. Because you know, school start from then to then. You're not supposed to in and no smoking needs in a them hours that we
That's that.
have class.
If you're in school, you're not supposed to smoke no weed. If you're in school, you're not supposed to be smoking no weed at all.
You can't stop that. You
Weed
can't,
is supposed to
that's,
make you relax.
that's not gonna stop.
Weed, I'm gonna tell you something. You see,
You have to remember.
that's why the musician herbs, meds, because the musician don't need to be fully focused on spiritual touch. You see what I mean? I said? Like basically like an athlete then. He can't go run and go drink a beer or smoke a split before him go run. Just like me as an engineer. I've been an engraver. Me can't drink a beer if me go engrave. No, because that's going to throw off the vision. That's going to throw off my vision. But if me drink a beer and I go sing a song now, which is, you know, everyone else know him song them and me I sing my song them for years and me know me song them and drink a beer and me tell DJ that the UK to kick off a rhythm. Well, I mean, that's different. You ever see Leroy Smart on stage, eh? I have to change off like Leroy Smart.
Yeah, what did you say,
Ray?
Raven? You said something, didn't you?
At the time,
Yo.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is, I'm saying you basically, yeah. Remember, you have to understand, you know, there's a lot of influence on kids that's in school that smoking and that's on top. And remember, some of the peer pressure, certain people start smoking. Some of the peer pressure, certain people want to fit in. You get me? So them kind of thing, they know. In the sense of, son, remember, some people think it's cool to do certain things. So certain people are gonna be like, "Yo, man, they're not smoking." If I'm with man. To certain people that's got like gifts, yeah, and talent and something. Some people use it for their meds.
Yeah.
Like, you know about money smoke, so these songs I'm saying to you. You can't really take it away from some people because it's a natural herb, innit? It's not like it's not dangerous, like, you understand? Like, you know,
it's not dangerous. It's not dangerous, but
it's gonna show up. That's what I'm saying to you. End up in a, you understand?
But listen, it has something to do with focus. So what I'm saying, the herb is natural. It's not gonna hurt you. You can sit and you wake up in the morning and it will wear off and you're okay. You see what I'm saying? So it's not dangerous in that sense. But if you are supposed to be in class and you're going to class and you're supposed to be studying, you don't need no herbs. After you finish the class and you achieve and you're happy now and you know that you have done good, then you need the herbs to celebrate. Then you need to go and relax now your brain.
Yeah.
So what may I say? So it's the same thing like when you're in school, same thing like when you're in school. So we have to let these kids know, say, you see, peer pressure, fire that. That is wrong. Me put a fire upon peer pressure.
Yeah.
All of the ones that we are talking about, it is cool to be in school and smoking. Peer pressure thing that. Me put a fire upon that. It's not cool.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
No.
And remember, smoking over 40 years ago give you cancer. My little son look for me I said, Daddy, how long you been smoking? I'm going to tell him, said 20 years. And I said, Daddy, yeah, 40 years to get cancer.
I think it's smoking cigarettes too, you know. I think that statistics that may come off of smoking cigarettes then. Is it herb?
Well,
specific?
basically, yeah, our tobacco. Our tobacco fire nices. But anyway, any smoking is carbon monoxide, you know. Going down on the
True.
inside can cause cancer, you know.
Can, yeah.
Yeah. Any carbon monoxide going down on the inside can cause cancer. Yeah, man, but we fireborne peer pressure, man. It's not cool at all to be a
Yeah,
school
man.
student and have a cigarette in your mouth or a split. It's not cool. After school, when you're done with school and when you're in your first
Yeah.
job and you start drive your first car now, you see me? And then you have all the privilege of moving in your first apartment. You see what I say? You have to move all out of mommy house too, you know, because you can't smoke around mama, you know. Except you're coming out of the house with your
True.
eye. So you have to done with school, done with mama yard, then you can think of smoking a split. That's a high way of looking at it. The eye them tell her if I run and stop.
Everyone,
That's the thing. Okay. You see, all right. I'm glad you said that in the A1, Russ. You know why I'm glad you said
we
that?
understand, you know. I know what you're saying, you know.
You know why I'm glad you said that? Because when you said to tell you if you're wrong, this is where we are showing you how wrong the system is for tell you how to deal with your youth. Because every man have different ways of how him doing thing.
True.
You see it? So I can't tell you say you're way ranking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can't tell you that because it's not disobedient. You ain't beating up nothing or doing nothing wrong. You see it? And if me know there, so me feel like say, boy, you know, say my little son, my rather know say him come to me and say, when me say my little son and I talk like me, you know? Not my little baby son. See it? I say, boy, daddy, give me a little thing there. I know say, boy, yeah. Then him go on road, go smoke something from somebody where me don't want him touch. You see it? At least me know where him a touch. Me see when him a touch. Do you understand me?
Yeah, that's safe parenting, though, isn't it? That's different to having a rebellious
you
child.
have some youth, no matter what you do. Him good at end up go smoke. You see it? So it better if me know say, all right, if you want nothing, and me have to come to for that. You see, daddy, can get a little piece of Ray? I will say, yeah, man, say a little piece, yeah. Take 3 out tight and give it back. You know about that. Then you got a road, gonna make somebody give you a thing, trying to be cool at school, make somebody give you something when they want you get in your head. You see it? So, you know, every man doing thing a little bit different, like Errol Dunkley say. You see it?
Yes, it's not your truth. Cause like I decided to I gonna make my youth them grow locks. See? When I decide that, none of my brother or sister them never like the idea. But nor my mother or my father or my grandparents. But them couldn't tell I what to do. Them can't tell I what to do because of my kids them. See?
Yeah.
Alright, watch this now. It's been a couple years and them see the principle and them see how I live and them see how I Rasta youth them I live. I'm happy to see my little brother start growing locks too. And when I start to Rasta, it was a big discrimination. And I see my little brother start growing nuts. You know what I say happen next? I see my next little brother start locks. Him youths them too.
So the influence took
because the little youth them want to look like my youth them. Little youth them I tell them father say them want locks.
Yeah.
You know see? So if I did do something bad, them little youth they wouldn't see it as something good. And my little brother wouldn't see it as something good. I want to grow him locks. Knowing I go under, me never call it peer pressure when we start growing my nut. And my mother tell me, say, oh, me not file for you to come to America. You can't come to America with them the something for your head. I said, mommy, I would never. I said, mommy, you don't worry about that. You know, I tell you, because she didn't even know, I say, mommy, me if I cut my locks to go in America, America would have to go blow out to blow out. Because now I cut my nut. Yo, at 20 years, my old lady hold me out. And it never matter me. I'm just humble.
Mad. Yo,
right.
So
nah, I'm not nobody. And that's why I grow me youth them locks too. And when she starts, me youth them, I grow them locks. And me youth them born in America too. That's our next thing too. Oh. If you stand up for what you want, man, stand up for principle, man. And because history I got tell you now. History I got tell. How your niceness live or whatever. You know, it might take a while, but history still I got tell say who for your nice is a Rasta man. Like you hear the comment where you comment a while ago. It's only the Rasta man could make a comment to I's question, you know, like that. You know. Babylon would have surely want come with a judgment and say yes or no. So, yeah, it's a difference when you are reason with Rasta still. You know?
So right now then, I want to big up Ibamar and Lecturer Dubs in Jamaica as well, yo. If you ever need dub plates, Lecturer's the one. And right now we're coming to the part where I want to welcome in my special guest, Braver himself. Do you want to come in and let the people know who you are, where you're from, and a little piece of history about yourself to the point of where we're up to now?
Me, originally I'm from Jamaica, innit? No, originally
Okay.
I'm from Jamaica, you understand? And I moved to England when I was like 13. Yes, and I've been here for like 25, coming up to 25 years I've been here. And so for me, it's been a journey because I used to be on the roads, innit? I used to be on the roads and you understand I went away for a long time.
Your Wi-Fi is a little bit, I don't know what's going on with your
For
camera, you know, bro.
almost 4 years now, you understand? So I've been in jail for 11 years, 2 months. Find myself when I was inside, you get me? Because I was tuned in reading my Bible and that. Can you hear me properly?
Yeah, but I can hear you properly.
It was breaking up just a little bit.
Bro. Should I?
Yeah, you're good now, though.
Right, bring you back in, or it looks like he's froze right there. Yo, bro.
Yeah. He's reconnected.
Technology.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, I am.
Yo, bro.
Yeah, man. A1, man. So, as me I say, King, it's time for ones on one start. Even think for the up full level, you know. You see it, guys. Trust me. Earth I run red. You see me? Like Richie Spice said, come like your Earth I run red. You see me, I say, family?
Brother, them only put certain things in the news, right? You know, so since last week, almost every day was a shooting in the US.
Yeah.
What? Like from them killed the 5 people down in North Carolina. Coming like.
What?
I tell you, them, man, like shooting every day. Up to yesterday, there was a
where most side spring from?
Crazy people, brother.
Just being crazy.
There is no answer about it. There's no answer, and in each time, the killer is still end up alive. Killer still alive. Always shooting.
Yeah, I see one with them weezer from a supermarket. That was weird though, like real weird, because the man was slimming. Yeah, that weird, ain't it? That look weird to me. Because even the man up on the floor, no blood not come out of them. It's just weird, I don't know. That's it's just weird. And you see how nice the man them let him away though.
Exactly. You know, you wouldn't get that kind of response from a black person. When I time I see them and lift up all them thing, I look where the blood run from or whatever. Of course, them probably carry him go on McDonald's gonna make him eat too.
Oh yeah.
Just to say, you know.
Oh.
Mm.
Wow.
But yeah, man, Earth around red, brother. I see there's no answer to what these people been doing. You know, these people been just like, I mean, ones that I want to say is a
Who the
hate crime.
answer?
Like this virgin down in North Carolina, the man shoot up 3 Asian store, brother, and kill 5 people. With the aim of no say more kill some Asian woman. Man just go to the store, the man bust up, pay a shot in it, and drive and go next one and do the same thing. And that man is still alive, brother. Why them keep that man alive now? There should be a law where him go up on a firing squad the same day.
But you want to rougher like I tell you, say just a spirit that come take over the thing. We can't want to rougher laws that. All right. Let me never even say that. Let me go to Jamaica. The risk of having a gun in Jamaica is death, you know. Do you know that?
Yeah.
So if a policeman see you with a gun in a Jamaica, you're dead. You have to lock you.
Yeah.
If you're not dead, him have the right to shoot you and kill you. I look how much gun that Jamaica. So how more rigid you want the penalty for be? Tell me. Trust me, my lad, something wrong. You see? How more can the penalty be than that A1? In DJ Daddy? Tell me.
Yo, that I laugh because it's funny, is it? It's beyond stupid. Like, you're right. If a man says like you get caught with a gun, you're dead. How many guns are there around the world?
Yeah.
Being shipped in daily
Highest
from
penalty
different places to different places.
Well, in Baltimore is a misdemeanor. And I like Jamaica, where police find with a gun, 4 years. You know, in Jamaica is a misdemeanor. You get in a Baltimore is a misdemeanor. You get bail the same day and come out.
Out. You see? In my place, you get a board box. You see? You see? So, how can you not fear something like that? So, how do people expect even Jamaican people afraid of coronavirus? They ain't gonna be afraid of coronavirus.
The man them have a thing, right? The man them have a thing where them say, well, you can't take away the people them gun. Because it always shows, the statistics shows that anytime the people them give them gun, that's when the death rate increase and the robbery increase and the raping and all them things there.
Yeah.
If ones know that the people them now a gun, then it's a rampage. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's how most people are trying to back to defend the right. I mean, according to the ways or the reasons for them having gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can have a gun, but not to. I don't know. Maybe you want to get rid of the pigeons that are on your roof or something like that. You want to fire a shot at the roof to scare them. You're not saying you want to turn a pigeon inside out. You're not saying you need an M16 with like 72.
Well, man have AK-47 and AR-15 rifle as them target.
And a rifle scope. That's not for like getting rid of pigeons.
Man have done something that has them target. Yeah. And then their woman just feel irritable and putting them car and go down the mall and go shoot, which is not right. But them things they're going.
But what about someone we are trying to mash thing in place, King? You have some people who go around, all right, look on the brother, they like we just drive there where you tell me about and just shoot up the store. What do you think? You don't think you need something to defend your thing from people from like that?
Hey, you know the store do your ear. And you pop. You barely can't even jump the truck on the front to take for yourself. You have to overreach or something to shoot back.
But what if it's not a drive-by? What if somebody comes to come? You're supposed to can defend yourself to King.
Of course, I agree with that. I agree with that, yes.
Supposed to can. Virgin.
Them
don't have a penalty for you when you do wrong things. you see, once you do wrongs with gun, you don't have a penalty already where you have to get. You see? So, are you have to know whether you want to be stupid or not stupid. Because if you do stupid, you have the penalty. But if you take it away certain way, my youth, especially all the time that I run now, if it was some years ago, maybe. But right now, everything just get away where man all come bun down man place when they get upset. Man do all kinds of things. You don't know. Man, you man come in, come tie up people, rape all your wife and all this. And some crazy man that road now in a king.
Ah,
Yeah, man. Some
yeah.
crazy people that road now, brethren. You African stand a chance, my lad. You see me?
Brother, and
You African
you
stand
know,
a chance.
even with the young people them, you know, young people them crazy nowadays.
Well,
When the hear of so many young innocent youths, I never say innocent, young youths who gone to prison with them on death row, and some of them even so young that they were one of them should have put babies them or commit serious crime or commit murder. You know, it all come back to in home training. You know, and some of them even come out of some home where them parents even with them too hard too. Growing up in Jamaica is a different thing. Parents them really
Well,
really was like out of control.
if I can cut in, look at some of the countries, yeah, where they actually raise child soldiers. The children ain't raised to go to school and learn ABCs. They learn about AK-47s, how to load a rifle, how to clean a rifle, how to defend mommy and daddy's place. It's not a joke. It's the truth. Like it might sound crazy, but well, it is. But it's real. It actually does happen. There are child soldiers.
Yeah, this child soldiers. I mean, a lot of countries, you know, the youth will live what to teach them, you know. Because the youth them have a brain, you know, even the baby, you know. Baby have a positive little brain, you know, and that brain will fuck you. If you have a black baby, I bring him over as a baby, 1 day old, to a Spanish lady. You must grow and learn to speak Spanish. Even though your parents are Jamaican and father also speak. But you know, so whatever you put into the youth, that you'll get.
But ain't that something A1
So,
for real, you know?
whatever you
If you
put
take a
in,
baby from any country, from even Jamaica can go Russia, you know. By the time mature, full Russian, they must speak, you know.
what you mean?
But when you grow up now and say you're even 15 and I carry you go one different country, it take you so long. Ain't that crazy?
That is true too. That is true too.
You have to go through the educational system to learn that shit. And I pronounce some word and all kinds of shit. Ain't that cool? That's the most I mystic, man. The mystic.
Yeah, man. No two human is alike, you know.
Tell them, man, if you stay close to the most man, and work with them protocols and everything, man, everything good, man. I tell you.
Well, I've got an interesting point
here.
here.
See it in a nature and everything in a king.
We talk about Jah Rastafari. Now, I know that he was a king and also a military leader. Obviously, he must have been in some sort of military to have all the medals that you see on his chest. But have you ever seen him posing with an AK-47 or with a snub nose and two bitches beside him? Like, you don't see it in it. Like, I say the word lightly, it's true. I ain't never seen a picture of Haile Selassie with a gun and two girls twerking behind him or head top on a speaker. You don't see it in it. You see a picture of him dressed in his suit, presented nicely, and you can see all the medals, so you know that he's accomplished something by his chest. He doesn't need to have a gun or a samurai sword or a machete. I ain't seen no pictures. I've seen a picture of him on a horse, and he's got, I think he might have a sword, possibly. But I ain't seen him with no AK-47 or custom, like.
Well, that's what we want for the youth. We want to hold up Grammy. I met the youth them say, see Grammy, you know, this is how you get from your singing career. See my message of niceness? Yeah. Hold up a goal label. Right? Yeah, man. So right now, A1 Ross is #1 over for Reverb Nation in Baltimore. Regional and local, man. #1. Them thing I'm want hold up and tell a youth say, yeah, a little youth can come up and hold a #1 over on one of them big platforms. Even though a long while them have me sticking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3. Yeah. So
Let me just big up the people on Instagram. We got, this is so hard. Lady Leisha, Wowski Music Productions, EC Sounds. We got John Ari. Yeah. He says fire 100%. We're on the right path. So I want to touch on this
yes,
now. I got two big bad musical artists, one in DC, one in Florida. And I want to discuss a little bit about the music for yourself. So A1, you're in DC. Firstly,
no,
me
there Baltimore now. Baltimore, me there today.
Okay.
I'm in Baltimore.
Usually you're in DC.
That's just like a 45 minutes drive from DC.
Okay. So you know me, bro. I get confused with all the places. I know where I am, and I know where Jamaica is, and I know where Africa is.
Yeah.
No, sometimes I talk to you, I'm in DC.
That's what I mean, man. I can't keep up with you because, like, you're always doing your thing, innit? In and out of different studios, dub plates to cut, EPs and singles and rhythms, the same. So what I want to know is, what is the music scene like in DC and Baltimore, where you are? So people can get an idea of whether they gravitate to reggae music a lot, or whether it's kind of the same as some other countries, or is it the same as England, where it's like a second country for reggae music?
To be honest, over here, we have a reggae radio station now. Big up my brethren Terror. Him have Wild Out Radio. The eyes them can find it on the internet too at wildout.net. You know, and that station they play with music and thing. So, you know, big up. Otherwise, we only get reggae on like a Saturday. Big up WEAA, who them normally have a little 2-hour period, and then this virgin name Neil Matai come on and play a little calypso with a little reggae. So that's the only day reggae normally play. So reggae, to be honest, there's a few radio stations who you might be lucky to listen to and hear a one Mavado or a one Be the Man. You know? But we need to do a lot more for reggae in the DMV area, so, to be honest. You know, reggae need a lot of promoting. Reggae need a lot of promotion. You know, we need to be a little more urgent with the push for reggae to really get these radio stations to play more reggae artists. You know, like I say, the 1 day a week thing not gonna work. You know, but big up wildout.radio.net, you know. Yeah, Virgin I do a good little thing over there so promote artists. Not even that kind of old. Reggae music kind of old. You know. Yeah, but that I go on DJ Daddy. You know, we always be in a limelight where we need a little more urgency with the push to put reggae on the market. You know, a lot of ones think reggae have been there. No. When you have been as a reggae artist and you drive for all the whole day and you listen to some radio station where you even send your music to, and them tell you, so them going to play, and you listen to them all day and all the ears hip hop and that. You know, you not hear your music and you listen to them for all a week. You get confused and you just go back to where you can play your music off your Google Drive or YouTube or Spotify. You see what I say?
So then how does that...
For these DJs I say them all play my music and I listen to them radio station all day and all me hear hip hop music and I not hear my music.
Yo, let me just burn a chalice on that, because you send me music is being played. That's how it works. So how does it might sound like a silly question, but obviously there's different people listening, different people ask different questions. So as an artist, how does it actually make you feel? Say for example, you sent me your music, you've listened to my show on Tuesday, you've listened to it on Friday, then you locked in again on Tuesday, and then you give it another chance on Friday, and you've listened to the whole thing, you've messaged in, you said, yo, I'm locked in. So you've shown me support, but then I'm
Right.
saying, yeah, bro, I'll play it. It's only 3 minutes, bro. Surely I can squeeze 3 minutes in somehow.
True, man. Yeah, it make you feel away, you know, DJ Daddy. Yeah, it make you feel away, man. You know, I mean, I don't know how a regular artist or artist or a regular musician feel, but you know, when you're being, I know journalists is supposed to feel these butterflies in their belly. You know, when you send your music to a special DJ, I send my music to DJ Daddy. And DJ Daddy done tell me in a messenger, say, yo, I'm gonna be on from between 3 and 5. And me then I log on and I drive through Baltimore now and me I listen you for all 5 hours. I'm here
Wait there, and you've
hey,
and
but I remember one occasion, me nearly got a ticket. DJ, cause the man saying the man say I'm gonna play me. You know. So I say that I go all of the team and leave me running across the road. Next thing I know, I see a policeman looking at my SUV like, like, hey, it's my car. And so you go through all them kind of things that just to hear your music play. You know, the policeman will tell me, oh, you know, you're not supposed to leave the car running. And I say, oh, it's under my radio. He said, no, you have the key in it. You can't leave the key in the car. You know, I can give you a ticket. Just to hear my music play, brother.
I suppose it makes it worse as well.
And DJ that. You know, just to hear your music play. It hurts. It hurts. You know? And like we say, you know, listening, some DJs do it, you know. DJs do it, but there is a butterfly in your belly as an artist when I don't know how someone's feel, you know, when you stay so send out your music and you're waiting, you listen to the radio all day to hear your track play and your track not play. You know.
Of course, I suppose it makes it worse as well. When you've told a friend you're going to be on, you listen to the radio tonight because on this station as well. So you sent the link as well. So you're actually progressing my thing as well. Again, you know that whole give and take thing. It's more like take. But
yes.
Whereas now you've told, I don't know, say your sister, your auntie, your cousin, your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
All these people are now messaging you saying, yo, I listened to the whole show, you know, I didn't hear your song. What's the situation? Now you have to message me and say to me, why didn't you play it? Well, I couldn't fit it in, you know, bro. Or,
I know the thing is, DJ Daddy, a lot of the times I probably be on the wrong platform because I remember I call 3 special ones. And I tell this chick, say, yo, me have a song named so-and-so. Then me have a cousin and me tell him, say, yo, me have a song named so-and-so. It just come out. And me have another virgin who me tell. 3 persons I remember I told because I heard the music was out and playing. Right? And I told those 3 ones that I heard, I just released this track, that. And the following day, those 3 individual call I individually and say, yo, I heard the track. You're out. Yeah, the track is out. I'm driving on the road. You hear it on the radio. So that is only one point where I know some of my music really playing, to be honest. Because those were 3 persons. I just said, you know, make a share it with them so me have a new music out. You know, I say, yo, hear me. You know, some have a track to just release name so and so. And the 3 ones. So all is not lost. We might just be down listening to the wrong person sometimes too. So, you know, that don't mean as an artist you must be down artist and choose someone's not play you. No, we get stronger.
The more they fight,
get stronger, DJ Daddy.
Yes, bro. Just to let everybody know, Ravers had to go to studio to voice some dub plates and some 45s. So we're going to have Raver maybe next week. Yeah, we'll try and sort it for next week to get him back on the show. So when you watch this back, it's not a case of you just see him for 2 seconds and he did tell me there was a few works that he had to do, so it is what it is. But so A1 Ras, how long have you been doing the music then, and what is it that gives you so much of a drive to carry on, even though, like you said, you've had so many knockbacks?
Oh man, DJ Daddy, I've been doing music from a long way back. I remember, like, back in grade 4. Grade 4, you can't be more than about age 8. I remember me closing school concert those time, you know. So way back at age 8, I was like the closing act, you know, in my area, you know. I mean, like, after a while, it go through some years gone by, and we start focus on school, and you know, it take a while to come back to the music, like, you know. So we go through school and all of that, and come run back to the music now. And you know, I've been there early, say what, 88, early 88, I think me record my first track,
Right.
you know. Was a nice vibes, Sherlock Crescent, you know. Those days we have interaction with a lot of artists who are doing them thing them time there, you know. Spragga Benz, them youth, there was young youth them time, they are selector, you know. Remember youth like Grindsman, you know. Only for artists in the street them time, and Virgin Small Acts, you know. It's been a journey. It's been a journey. And we've been still holding on. I mean, like, I've been recording throughout the years, getting my track plays all over the world, coming up, you know, and maybe paying more focus on family life. Because, to be honest, I happen to be a father early out and start focus on my daughter, you know, a lot. I remember going to a Sizzler big show, and I have to carry my daughter, and all the man them go and perform, and I'm the only one who have to sit in my car and watch my daughter sleep.
Mad.
You know, so you know, I put family life before my music, and my daughter on her way to become a doctor by this May, June.
Wow.
Yeah, my daughter, that same daughter we make me miss that show. Yeah, she's gonna be a pediatrician. Yeah, man.
It was worth it then, yeah.
Yeah, but music being in I and I bloodline. When I first member I family, I remember that really make it was Dr. Early B. Everybody remember, you know, the great Dr. Early B. One wheel, wheelie make we wheelie one wheel. You know, them man they were most people say responsible for Super Cat career. I remember in the 80s growing up, Early B was the toughest thing. DJ of the year, DJ of the year, DJ of the year. You know, so the same bloodline. All we are say grandparents to the same grandparents, you know. All we come from the same grandparents. Yeah, so we've been from a musical family too. So music being always there, I'm always think I'm very creative when it comes to writing, and it only take a time before, you know, the world get to know who A1 Ras is. You know, a1ras.com is there. One can go to a1ras.com. One can go to YouTube, A1 Ras on Instagram, A1 Ras on Facebook, and get more familiar with A1 Ras. But there's a lot of A1 Ras music. Just Google A1 Ras. You know, there's still a lot more work to do, because, you know, even today I should be shooting a video today, but it's coming like there's always some obstacles in the way, because, you know, yesterday this time, I swear I have coronavirus. The way I was chilling. I was feeling so chilly within myself. Yeah, man, I was thinking of the coronavirus, and be strong in I and I mind and thing, you know. So to say, I'm perfect and strong right now, 100%.
That's good to hear.
So
that's good to hear.
So that too pass. So that too pass. So The greatest is yet to come, you know.
So do you
Greatest
wanna
is
let
yet to
people
come,
know
guys.
your-
One day at a time to see.
Of course, of course. Do you want to let people know your Spotify so they can find your music?
Yeah. So, you know, Apple, I mean, all in digital platform. A1 Ross is not no little baby artist where you can go Google or find. A1 RAS, no space. No space. You know, it's 4 characters, A1 RAS. Google that and you will see how much things pop up with A1 Ross. Pages and pages and pages. Because I've been doing my work. You know? Yeah.
So then, John Niceness.
So, I think that bless
In
John
there.
Niceness, bless him up.
Yes, yes. So we're at 1 hour and 25 minutes. We'll have about 3-4 minutes left to call this coming to the end. So can I get a little piece of who John Niceness is, background in the music, and what's coming for the people?
Well, John Niceness is I. See? Background, yo, man. Background. Yeah, this are you to originate from in that country there. Is in Clarendon, Jamaica. And coming to Kingston and link up with some virgin of a place named New Haven. Then link up with the next virgin named Mile from off of the Waltham. Then link up with Sugar. And when I say Sugar, I mean Sugar Minor. And from there, so yeah, it's just a whole, just a whole thing. But over the past like 8 years, I've been doing some good things, you know. I see the growth of my music, you know, over the past 5 years, you know, and I'm really like so excited to do new and better works because, you know, with everything, once you see growth, that is just a motivation in itself. You see it, so I'm so motivated to work right now. It's not even normal. Seeing and it just be a good thing we can see come, you know, because the quality of work where I'm putting out. And just want to big up some of the people them who really, you know, push the thing to that level is their cause. 2014, I think. 2014 when I link up with the Shirik family at Shirik Dancehall Radio. That also take my career to a different level. You know, working with Shirik Dancehall Radio. I win a couple of awards over there, including even Miami Music Buzz too. And because of that, I get some accolade in like a year promotion of, you know, and within that year, you know, I excel so fast within certain things because, you know, they were making my career like a first priority to push it in certain, you know, on certain different platforms and in different eras. You see it, so even if you go on Google and you Google Janices, there's so much thing come up, you know, because of the kind of people then that I was blessed to have coming on my musical career to help me along. You know, it wasn't an easy journey, so to speak, but we want to reminisce on the low point cause we have so much high point, you know, so we just keep focused on the, you know, the high point of the thing. I mean, you asked me like about 3 questions, and by just explaining like the first one, I forget the next 2. So run back. If you could just run back. Yeah.
You kind of answered all 3 of them together, bro. It's all right, to be fair. It was just kind of a little rundown of who you are. Yeah, you said about Sugar Minor. I've got to ask you again, what was that like being around the legend himself?
Sugar the man. That's why them call him the Godfather, man. See, real nice person, real good soul, proper singer, proper vocalist. See, you know, good virgin, man, good virgin, and you know, missed by a lot of people, you know, missed by families, and you know, rest in peace, Sugar Booger Minor, one of the greatest vocalists. You know, I mean, at the top 10 Jamaican top vocalists, and Bet that. Yeah, man.
I imagine so, bro. I imagine definitely so. So then, very last subject. Do you think it's important to have management, or can artists make it on their own in the times that we're in these days with social media and all the different platforms?
Well, it depends. You have to have experience to do certain things. Like a young artist who just are coming at the thing, he must have management and direction. Because he not see enough things or get enough experience to can do certain things. But if you're in a fair period of time, because now you start understand how music record, how it mix, how it get master, you know why what outlet you take it to. You understand me? How you promote it, or you register it, or you copyright it, and all these things. So it depends. But if as a young person coming up in the thing, you definitely your career depends on whether you have a proper management team or not. See? But I must say, once you have your resource as a youth to know the business, you also can take yourself there. It's even better because you more committed to your thing more than anybody else. You see it? So it all depends.
I suppose it depends, basically, like you're saying, on what type of team you get around you as well, bro. Because we talked about this before. You could have someone who's, here you go, they're wearing your hat and wearing your t-shirt in a video, but chatting behind your back that you're the shittest artist going, that you can't see. That I'm only there because he just gives me free weed and gives me a free drink, and sometimes I might get a girl to take home. But I'm your road manager when I'm with you, bro. Oh, this is my artist, people. But behind your back, it's a complete different. You have that, or
some
you could
of that
have.
come with the game too, man. You know?
Yeah, some of that's in the game.
Let me tell you about the experience. You see, the experience, because as an experienced artist, a person in general, you don't even have to be an artist, an experienced person, you have to understand that life come with that. You see it? But as a young man, you gotta feel like, boy, I can't believe I have this money as my bonify and him do that. You see it? So again, experience teacheth wisdom. You see it?
John
So
Smith,
the more experience.
I have an input, right?
Yeah.
To be honest, a manager is good in a sense, but like John Smith said, with common sense, which me always like go by percentage. 80% of that we not govern in a music. Common sense in a music. Knowing say me I shoot a video then, and me know say everybody in the video supposed to A1 Ras t-shirt. You have a good manager, your manager gonna know that. I know say A1 me I go have a A1 Ras portfolio over there, so me I go have some A1 Ras t-shirt, and
Yeah.
a good manager know how to structure stuff like that. While an artist by himself now, him probably don't even have the funds to. And sometimes that's how management come with too. Them come with a certain kind of strength to push your career where you not have. Even though them will go so them will find a tour for you and tell us that the tour value 100,000, and you might end up when the tour done go home with $4,000. So I mean, all them things they in a management too. While if you know how to manage yourself, and you know say here what the show you keep in Australia every August. Me know say me I go reach those promoters over in Australia and get myself on this show here. And they bargain with you and say, okay, A1 Ross, we're gonna give you $20,000. And I say, what, $20,000 can take care of my hotel over in Australia for 2 weeks and that. And I come home back with 15,000 euros. That can work for me. That kind of different than if you have a management team where I tell the people them say, oh, we need $75,000. And then them pack up a whole team with 100 man, and you go over there and them spend all of your money and eat and drink your money, and you come back home with probably no money. And then them
Because
tell
he
you,
must see the business from a manager's perspective. You see it? Yeah, we understand. Because he must try to build a team for create a showcase for promote for him brand. I guess.
Yes, as an artist now,
Seems
if
have to
you
stop the
have
thing.
common sense, and I mean, to be honest, you know, the management team sometimes work out, you know. A good management team, well, things like that we as artists and DJs to think and come up with. You know, and we know so we're gonna manage people and we know where the shows them a keep and we know say, all right, we're gonna take up an artist like John Isis in our hand now. And we know so I gotta get John Isis all these work. All John Isis have to do is just rehearse and give me an album once every year. More 10 songs from John Isis once every year. You agree at that John Isis for signing? You understand? The 10 song when giving me a shoot 10 video for them.
See?
See me? Me already know 200 show we keep throughout the world. Throughout the year. I have John Isis fan say 100 of them. You know, them thing they were management company. You see me? Them thing they management necessary. And there is these companies out there too. You know, because these guys been doing these things for many years and they have been successful at it and they know what they're doing. So a regular artist, to be honest, out of the blues, him not gonna know. So I say, him not know them loopholes. Him not know where the show is keeping over the years. And your music played all over the world. See what I say? But you know, you're not getting the exposure, you're not getting the big shows them where the regular artists ever get. You know, because you know, I have a good manager. So management necessary, DJ then. And but it's all about a next way of, you know, do your research. Do your research on people too. You know, before you sign with a management team or before you sign a manager. You know, as artists, do your research.
I swear we talked about this before, but I'm going to say it again. It comes down to, say, I don't know, we've got £1 million US dollars, a million, whatever you want to. It's $1 million, yeah. And you take 250 out of that for your watch and your chain, another 250 for your car. Remember, you haven't even got a house yet. Remember, I swear we talked about this on it links in with the other episode, where you haven't got a house. You're now going to have to take that 500 that's left, and you'll probably end up using a good 350, 400 of that to rent a place for 6 months or maybe a year. You won't buy a place, you'll rent it, you'll pay it already. Now you ain't bought no clothes, you ain't bought nothing for your music videos, you ain't got no refreshments for when you go into studio. God, you ain't even got no food, you got 100 whatever left. And you owe me 15 songs, and I want them now. I need them now because the album's going out in a month's time. But you've already had the money, remember? So when the album sells, yeah, and it makes multi millions, you already owe me money. Now let's put it in perspective of a cake. When this cake comes in, I'm having half of it because I already helped you out to start off with. Then out of the other portion, there's 2 quarters left. The other quarter needs to be split into halves again, and I'm going to take that other little piece on top, and what you're left with is yours. It's not a 50-50 split because you didn't read the contract.
Right.
Whereas if you'd have actually sat and reasoned with me and said, well, I'll do you 10 songs, but I want to make sure that it's a 50-50 split, or you helped me and you founded me, so it's a 60-40 split for the first 2 albums. On the third album, because you're that confident in yourself, the third album, you want a 50-50 split. That's fair enough, isn't it? That makes sense. But it's the reason, and that's the part where people go wrong, because you're too quick to sign a piece of paper and be given that one piece of money, and that one piece of money you get is all you're ever going to earn off your product. You may as well say, I may as well say to you, A1 Ras, how much do you want, yeah? And I'll just have all your songs, I'll have your lyrics, I'll have your chords, I'll have your melodies. If you've got anyone who sings harmony, I'll have that. Just tell me what you want. You give me one price, you may as well never ever sing again, because you're not going to get paid.
Exactly.
You're just going to be singing for me. That's what you may as well call the album Singing for Daddy.
So, you know, and that's where a lot of artists have made their mistake. That's where a lot of artists have made their mistake and stuff.
We see it from the bottom to big celebrities, bro. When it last year that Megan Thee Stallion had a problem with her management because of an album. I've seen Lil Wayne. Remember, he got held back for years over albums. He's still going through troubles over albums now. I think Lil Wayne only releases like one every 3 years or something. But that's just two big stars that people would know of, and they get in trouble as well about record labels. So how can you expect someone who's not got the knowledge, the interest to screw you over? Because like you said, nobody believes in your product like you. It's you.
Word, brother.
But when you look for an investment, the first words are invest me. When you break it down, that's what it is. Because you go to people and you see which one of them is going to back you. And you go, you give your speech, or you give your pitch. You say, I'm a music artist, or I'm a song producer, or I make movies. And they say, yeah or no, whether I'm going to back you or not. Invest me. The rest is entertainment.
So yeah.
But then, what about on the other side? What about the other side, though? What about someone who's 100% got your back in the industry and they're trying to push you as much as they can, but they haven't got a whole bag of money? They've got a little piece of money and they're willing to invest that into you and try and help you as much as they can, and they want to be your management, but they ain't really got the money to be a management. What about that situation there? Because I think a lot of people are in that situation more than not having a management or having a management.
Well, some things deserve loyalty. Cause you have some good people and them come amongst you, but not because the manager don't have certain amount of money doesn't mean that him don't have links and can get it there, because it's really the potential of the artist in him. That is really the key ingredients in the thing. You see? So once you have a good artist, manager not fair that rich or nothing. Him just need to know what him do. You see?
But
It's just the potential of the artist. Yeah.
So I would look at it and say, two men in a race. One of them have a saddle on him ass and one don't have no saddle on him ass. Which one have the advantage?
Does the saddle make a difference though? Are you referring
to
the saddle make a big difference, because the saddle like a balance. You have to be a skillful rider to can ride without a saddle.
I think it's more of the knowledge of the manager though, because I see a lot of people coming to music with a whole heap of money and the stupid thing them do, and all of their money done and gone. And them,
likewise the saying, a fool and his money will part.
Yeah,
you remember the saying?
You have to have a knowledge.
The saying say, a fool and his money will part, Janiceness.
Yeah.
So, no matter how much money you have, if you don't have sense, it will leave you.
Yeah, you have to have the know-how. You have to know the know-how, I should say. And yeah.
Yeah, man. So it goes to show, say, if a manager have them money and can push you, well, I don't see if you have your money and invest in an artist and you use common sense why the artist is not supposed to be successful. If I have good music. So it's all about the music too. So
no matter how much money you have, and if your artist not go out with nothing already.
Exactly.
You spend money till you're weak. If the artist not good,
artist not good, him not good.
A good artist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what about people?
At them time they are getting
it all come back around to the same thing to the niceness. Where if me ride a hybrid ass without saddle, I ride a F-class ass with saddle, I can still beat you.
Oh yeah.
You get that? Hybrid. Yeah, so
See?
so it goes to show that when you have talent, you know, your talent to push
Yeah,
you.
that's the thing then. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing then, man.
Praise your niceness. DJ Daddy, respect for the podcast again, you know. It's
So,
such a joy for us to be together.
Yeah.
You know, big up bipolar, you know, I'm there. You know, bipolar couldn't
Anyway,
get to
yes,
make it.
stand up, my brother. Big up.
You know.
See?
Big up DJ
But
Daddy, big
hopefully,
up
me
Fire.
there next week, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I think he had some musical things to deal with, so I'm gonna link him in a couple of hours when he gets. I think he had some jingles. I think it was some jingles and a video to shoot and some jingles. That's what it was. But
Yeah.
when studio calls, bro, studio calls. It's DJ Daddy UK. I'm a DJ and I'm working with artists like you, John Niceness.
See?
You had to go and cut when you have to cut the dubs. You have to cut dubs, isn't it? So it's
We
what it
have
is.
to cut. See it.
People,
See? Much love, people.
one time we'll actually get this to 1:30, but I don't know how. This is 1:46, nearly 2 hours. But it is what it is, people. Episode 4, fully done. Until next week. What are we saying about the time?
Yeah. 3 o'clock local US time, 3 p.m.
Yeah,
US
man.
time.
3 o'clock.
Okay, so that's 8 o'clock UK time then, yeah?
Yeah.
So people, 8 p.m.
Definitely.
UK time. I'll see you next week. Until then, God bless everybody. We're gone.